Today we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. Oh man, is this gonna Zyber or is it gonna danger? We have a legendary land called Nightmare Blink. You blink once, it might be over. You choose one. Sounds like a spell. Okay, return target permanent to its owner's hand. That's not bad. Or you got the ability, distribute the Pride, the desert. The Pride of the desert. They are in the middle of a desert. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Because if you go into the desert, no one's there going to chase you out there. Card makes absolutely stone cold no sense. Well, we have a legendary land with some ability on it. I mean, you can't even choose one because it's not even on the stat. I guess, okay, if you literally get to choose one of these things when it enters the battlefield, I guess it's broken. Like, it's literally an uncounterable way of bouncing permanents to their opponent's hand. If you blink the land, that would be ridiculous. Because it's somewhat similar to some, like, when this land enters the battlefield, choose one and do it. Creatures can hexproof and indestructible. And on top of that, like, if this enters the battlefield, gives your creatures indestructible, we go BAM! With the Wrath of God. All your stuff dies, my stuff doesn't. Yeah, I don't even think it's functionally anything. So anyway, so for that reason, we got to disqualify this. Sorry, legendary land that chooses one with two completely broken abilities. Okay, next up we got Savage Gladewalker. Savage Gladewalker is a 5/5 killbot. No, not making friends around here. With buyback of 4. We've got buyback on creatures. And look, okay, the ability is actually called buyback 4. But as it says, you may pay an additional 3 as you cast this spell. If you do, put this card into your hand as it resolves. Why would I want to buy back my creature that I want to have in play? Okay, create 3 1/1 green sapling creature tokens with Decayed. Again, it doesn't even say enter the battlefield, create this. It's a neat design, though. The concept that you have a creature that has an ETB, but alternatively, you could have it in play, but you could actually bounce it back to your hand. That is very innovative design by the AI. Never thought about that before. Give the creatures buyback, buy them back, and get the ETB trigger. Or if you just want, just have it enter the battlefield as a 5/5 creature. Would be cool if it were a cast trigger. Yeah, it's neither of these things. It's not a cast trigger. Is it a cast trigger? I wonder, how would a judge interpret this thing? It literally says create. It doesn't say enter the battlefield, so maybe it is a cast trigger. You cast the Savage Gladewalker, you get the ability on it. And then when it enters the battlefield, you have a 5/5 creature. It feels like it's an instant made into a creature, but they specified it's a legendary creature, that's for sure. Now let's say that was legal, which it's not. I still don't even think this is worth it. 8 mana? No, hold on, no, 9 mana for 3 1/1s? Absolutely not. Get it out of here. No, it's a sorcery. Sorcery says never. It's nowhere does it say it's a sorcery, it's creature. Okay, we got Valor the Worder. Very wordy. Okay, red, 4 generic, and as said, it's got a lot of words on it. It's an 8/8 elder damage! Dealing damage to you. When Valor the Worder enters the battlefield, choose Fade or 5 dragons. Okay, Fade. We have 2 choices, people. I could have Fade, or I could have 5 dragons. Fade. Or 5 dragons. Whenever Valor the Worder deals combat damage to a player, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Well, they don't really specify what Fade means, so I'll take the 5 dragons. The elder damage. You're gonna get hit by... I guess what that means is you're gonna get hit by like 10 ancestors deep in the family tree. You're gonna hit them so hard, you're gonna send them back 10 generations. 5 0/0s that die? I guess so. 5 dragons. Maybe there's a dragon token. It is an 8/8 creature for 6 mana. That's not terrible. Okay, well, you can return when it deals combat damage to a player, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a great ability. Overall, the card is good, However, instructions unclear what the hell Fate and 5 dragons are. I feel like this is one of those types of magic cards where they're supposed to give some explainer text, but they didn't because it was like mythic and they don't have space for it. Oh, it doesn't fly. Votes for Deeply. It definitely votes for Deeply. Pledges its allegiance to Deeply, just like all these other little dragons on the battlefield. Okay, anyway, Fader 5, not specified. Okay, disqualified. Or not good. Unplayed, not doable. It's not doable, that's the problem. We have gotten like 3 to 4 non-doable cards so far. Okay, now we got the green 3 generic 4 loyalty Willow Karn, whose real name is Tezomite. We got +1, draw a card, then create a token that's a copy of another target non-spirit token. Oh my goodness. So we draw cards and we copy creatures for 4 damn mana? That's absolutely insane. Okay, and then -7, I don't know if we're gonna get there. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card. That's not bad. And whenever what is it? Okay, so this last thing is a static ability. Whenever Willow Karn is dealt damage, create a 3/3 green Chamaning elemental creature token. At least they specified what the hell this is. This card's broken! I don't know if it's broken or if it's just very, very good. If you have no creature in play, I guess it's... No, but, like, you're gonna get something anyway. Like, if you go after the Willow Karn, you best not miss and kill them, kill her in one shot because you get a 3/3 green Chamaning elemental creature token. So you have to kill the Willow Karn in one shot or you're toast. Works only on spirits? You get an emblem with, draw a card, then create a token that's a copy of another target Oh, it has to be a spirit. It has to be in a spirit deck. Well, that's okay. Banned spirits work. So it's non-token spirit. Okay, and then you can't... Oh, it's interesting how they balance that. You can't copy your own tokens, including the 3... Whoops, what did I do? Including the 3/3 green Chamaning elemental creature token. Yeah, so... Okay, they balanced it out like that. Cool card. Actually, I think it's hybrid. I think this is a pass. You have to put in a spirit deck. Spirit decks will love this card. The ultimate is very hard to get to, too. Is damage dealt to planeswalkers? Absolutely. Yeah. I think. I assume you deal damage in combat. Cool. Yeah, the 4 mana cantrip Howling Mine is okay. The -7, I don't think anyone's using that. You can get... Like... You can basically get an extra card every single turn by just taking it up. Why do you have to go -7? Why are you being greedy around here? Copy your yeah, you get extra lands. You copy your Mutavaults, copy your can't remember, there was that other one. Cool, we copy my Skyclave Apparition. Free each turn. Oh, Zarthar, thank you so much for the super sticker. Super cool. Alright. Let's move on with Viashino Steader. It is a red-black 2/3 human stealth. Looks like they're falling from the sky. Did it hurt when you came from heaven? Okay, flying. 2/3. It's got... This doesn't really look like flying to me. Okay, white 4 generic. Viashino Steader Knaves, as long as it's attacking. And also you get -2/2 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Wow, was that bad? So they're trying to imply I'm going to get -2/2 until end of turn. I don't even know why I want to activate this thing at all. It doesn't even have an activation cost. I think the AI did fall from the sky and hit itself too hard on the head. And out came this card. If you're at 2 life, you die. I guess so. If you have that like form of the squirrel in play and it gets -2/2 and you're at 2 life, yeah, you're dead. That's it. That's game over for you. The AI has no head. No doubt. Is Knaves an actual ability? No. I know, it's possible. It once made the ability Chaos Ensues. I thought it was making it up. Anyway, this is a pile of crap. Hold on, it is a 2 mana 2/3 with flying. But the rest of it doesn't make any sense. Alright, next up we got the Sarah Grater. It's got a cheese grater here. Are you kidding me? What the hell? Sarah Angel and the Cheese Grater finally together, and they're gonna grind your opponents down to dust, and then make a pizza out of them. We got a blue 1 generic 1/1 Behilio, and it's whatever that is. It got flying. Okay, pays 0. Sarah Grater gets +0 +1. Sorry, +1 +0 until end of turn. What? That's broken. It danger. That it danger. It has infinite power by turn 3. I mean, it has infinite power by turn 2, but you can't kill them by then. When Sarah Grater dies, who's gonna die first? You or the Sarah Grater? Create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. That's cute. It's like if the angel part dies, the grading part lives on as a 1/1 servo. Jess is like, print it now! Dies to bolt, very fair. If you don't have any removal, you just die next turn. You better have blockers. Better get them spirits out, so the spirits can fly. Spirits won't care, actually. They just block this thing. It has no toughness. Dies to shock and no haste. It's fine. Whoa, what metagame do you live in? Anyway, yes. It danger! The Sarah Grater gonna grate down the entire metagame. Also gonna grind the gears of anybody who doesn't have removal. Okay, moving on. We got the citation list rabble. Do they have to cite things? It's a 2/1 for 4 generic mana. It's got tap. Target creature gains ward 5. That's technically useless. Because if, let's say someone targets a creature with a spell, you can't respond by giving it ward 5 because the creature's already been targeted, so you have to do it in advance. But if you do it in advance, your opponent can respond by killing the creature. But it's got Metalcraft, all right? Metalcraft broken ability. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. If you do gain 2 life, that is very sad panda ability. Attached to our 4 mana 2/1 creature. Of all the Metalcrafts, that's the most cleanest one. Metalcraft is if you have like 3 or more artifacts on the battlefield, you get some ability. It is a permanent. not a spell. It's literally artifact creature blank. You'll have to think ahead. The ward stays, it's broken. Oh, that actually is, okay, that's actually a good point. I missed that part. So it's not target creature gains ward 5 until end of turn. It's just ward 5. I give this creature ward 5. Do you have removal? Do you have removal for my creature? Well, because otherwise you're not going to remove it for the rest of the game. Also, it doesn't say until end of turn, so actually broken. You guys are right. So 4 mana. It's 4 mana, though. I actually think this is fair. So I was about to say this card is trash. It's, first off, perfectly doable. It's a real magic card. Except, okay, sorry, it's not doable. It doesn't actually have a creature type. It's artifact creature, nothing. Yeah, for 4 mana, it's an activated ability. You have to wait until turn 5 to start giving things ward 5. I actually think it's great. I'm giving it a pass. All right, not it danger. It legal. I think it's a doable design. Beautiful design space, to be honest. There we go. Some people like it. Vulnerable to a lot of removal, too. Yeah, like, when you play this thing, come on, it's not going to kill you next turn. It's not even threatening to kill you. It's threatening to protect. It attack. It protect. But most importantly, it gets you life back. Okay, and then next, we move to Clear the Wind. That is such a weird sentence. You have to clear the wind. Get out of the way for something else, you wind. You're like in the way. You're blocking my vision. Okay, it's a white instant. You may pay white rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Okay. I didn't think there was another way of doing it. Clear the Wind deals 2 damage to target creature. If the spell was kicked, that creature gets an additional +1/+1 and has flying. So we could, like, weirdly buff up a creature, or we could kill the creature. That is pretty cool. This doesn't feel like a very white thing to do. You know what it should have been? It should have been a red for red mana, and then the kicker was white. So the white part gave it flying and +1/+1, and the red part just dealt damage. Weirdly doable. Very, very weirdly doable. You can pay white rather than pay the spell's mana cost. I wonder if does that mean I can replace the kicker of black with another white? I really have no idea. Could work with dinos. Oh, yeah, the enrage mechanic online Kick it into the sky. We're gonna clear the wind. We gotta clear the wind the old-fashioned way. We send the creatures in the sky to do it. Oh yeah, it's an instant. Opponent can't increase the card's cost. No. Oh! Do you know what? That makes sense. So let's say the cost of this card got increased through some tax effect to like 5. Then you could pay a white rather than pay the spell's mana cost to like dodge it, I guess? Does it really dodge Thalia tax? I don't know. Like, I'm assuming it does, but it might not. I don't think it gets around Trinisphere. Well, this can count as paying an alternate cost. Yes, but the regular cost is the regular cost. I don't think it would get around Thalia, to be honest. I think if you alternately cast this for 1, you still have to pay the 1. This is not an ability. Tax evasion design space. Maybe they could get around tax evasion in some... I don't know if honestly if it actually works. Doable card. Literally doable. Votes for flying, all right? Votes for flying. Maybe also votes for deeply. Maybe it's one of those people in the middle over there. You could die into the ground or you could go to the skies. The AI card Memory Protector has artwork that YouTube might like. You probably should look at it often. Oh, I have no idea. How not safe for work is it? We got the Carnage Elemental. If I get demonetized ones, we get demonetized. All right, we have a black 3 generic Demon Spirit. It's a 10/10. Whenever you cast a spell that targets you, Carnage Elemental gets +4/+4 and gains trample until end of turn. Whenever I cast, so that's it. So if I target myself with something, it's going to become a 14/14 trampler. That is so interesting. This card is not broken. It's literally a 5-mana clunker. It is a legendary creature, though. It could be your commander. I don't even know why you'd want this as a commander. You have to target yourself with stuff? Like, what are you going to target yourself with? How many cards do we play that target us? Not many. Like, what are you going to Thoughtseize yourself? You're going to Lightning Bolt yourself? Especially in, like, black. Yeah, I guess self-burn. You could burn them, or you could burn you. Life gain tech. Can you gain... I don't know what you can target yourself that would give this thing life gain, though. Double trigger cards are fun with this card. Probably. The new Timmy Commander. They're ready to kill you in one shot. Does it... How many... You only have to cast 3 cards targeting yourself, and you can kill somebody for 22 commander damage. Finally, a commander that wipe you out in one shot. Target... Oh, yeah, target draw. So Dimir. Dimir would work. Or, like, self-milling for draw, like cantrips like that. Yeah, no, Brainstorm does not count, but cards like... Can't remember. It's like a blue instant target player reveals the top, like, puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard, and then you draw a card. Sign in Blood. That's right. Sign in Blood will work. Take this thing over the top. I don't think it danger. I think it doable. I think it's totally fine around here. Sign in Blood is good. So the deck is already building itself, except remember this thing could get like you could play this thing, someone Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares, Solitude. There's like a million ways to deal with a damn creature. It might even get countered. And then your deck is full of this random garbage that tries to like target yourself. Oh, Deep Analysis also targets. Oh, Gitaxian Probe. I will look at my own hand and then buff this thing for +4/+4. And it gains Trample. The Trample is good. Can trample over your creatures. Go directly to your face. All right, cool card. Very, very cool. The Croon Seer. What it see? We have a white 1 generic 1/1 creature. Of course, no creature type as usual. When Croon Seer enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. This reminds me of like the Wanderer, I think it was, the Planeswalker. We had no idea who the Wanderer was. It was just a Planeswalker. And this too could be anybody cloaked in a cloak. It is a 1/1 creature walking amongst mere mortals, but could be a Planeswalker themselves. Enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. That's actually a broken ability. That is actually pretty strong. I can't remember what is similar to that. I guess Faithless Looting. What else? It's basically Faithless Looting on a creature. Yeah, white Faithless Looting. It might be fair because it's 2 mana. The whole... Yeah, you know what? It's probably fair because it's 2 mana. I love the reminder text has nothing to do with the card. What does it say? Damage causes loss of life. Hey, look, they're not wrong, all right? Thank you I appreciate you reminding me that if we damage anything, then they lose life. It does work that way. Whenever you draw a card, put a card from your library into your hand. Exactly. Exactly. Technically correct. It's just out of context. That's all. It's just out of context. They like reading the rule book to us. They're sharing their knowledge. The reminder text is an RPG loading screen. Yeah, I know, exactly. They give you like random tips and tricks about how the game works. All right, Croon Seer is doable. Probably a little bit on the strong side, though, to be honest. I think it's a bit on the strong side. One with. There are cards called one with nothing. This one is one with literally nothing. Okay, white, 3 generic sorcery. Choose one or more. Exile target vampire. Very doable. Target player flips a coin. Why not? And exile target non-land permanent. This is actually a completely doable card. 100%. Welcome, D. Glad you could catch a stream. Now, the flipping coin thing almost sounds irrelevant, but there are cards that trigger upon you flipping a coin. So it actually has some purpose for that, even though it's the most ridiculously niche thing I've ever heard. Yeah, one with something. One or more. Is it great in draft? Maybe in an Innistrad draft. Because otherwise, exile target non-land permanent. These are redundant. Why would you choose exile target vampire when you could just exile anything? Anything that's not a vampire. Okay, so technically doable. Also technically poorly designed. I don't know why you would want to specifically target a vampire when you can like the third ability also targets the vampires. I love that it's a vampire flipping a coin. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. It's Two-Face. Gonna flip a coin. Heads, I suck your blood. Tails, you die anyway. But you would live as a vampire if I suck your blood. Right one or more. Oh no, it does say that. Oh my god. It's choose one or more. So, okay, so so it actually isn't redundant. So if there's a vampire and a non-land permanent, you get both. And you can also get someone to flip a coin for no reason. Yeah, so, okay, it's not broken. It's still doable. Still a doable magic card. It's just that if you're up against a vampire deck, well, they're going to be a little bit more upset because you exiled the vampire and probably another vampire. Just hit two vampires with one stone. You can also, yeah, also could hit a Mutavault. That's true, actually. You can hit the creatures that are vampires. So, yeah, get them Mutavaults. Create an Innistrad draft. You flip a coin to look cool while exiling stuff. There's some cards out there, like if you flip a coin, stuff triggers. You never know when you need to flip a coin. You never know when it's gonna come up heads. Okay, coin flip commanders do damage for calling coin flips right and makes them keep flipping. There we go. Okay, weirdly doable card. I think you could print it as it is. It would look bizarre as hell, though. The Silver Quill Dragon. Ooh, very colorful. We got a 3-mana land, which means it doesn't have mana cost. It's just a land. It's a land with a mana value. Okay, you may have Silver Quill Dragon enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. No way! Except as pay 1, sacrifice Silver Quill Dragon, add 3 mana of any color. What the hell? So it's almost like a black, what is this like? It's a super treasure. This is broken on both sides. Now I'm just gonna play a land and now it's a copy of whatever the hell I want. Plus I can crack it for Black Lotus. Yeah, big it danger. This is a big time it danger card. Silver Quill. I like the flavor though. You got this dragon that can is like a chameleon. It can become anything. Platonic Liquid is like, this is interesting. You know what? Maybe this is actually possible. I think this was supposed to be an artifact. Maybe. It land. Yuck, it can copy opponent stuff? Absolutely. Your opponent has Emrakul? No, I've got Emrakul as well. Copy Birds of Paradise for all the mana. That'd be like a bit of a weird thing to copy your Birds of Paradise, because it's a land. It normally is supposed to tap for mana. I don't know, I guess if you really need the mana, yeah, go copy their Birds of Paradise. Might cost 3 if you play it as a copy of a creature. Nope, that's not how these things work. So it's just gonna be played as a land. So when a land has a mana value of 3, it's just literally, it's just a weird land that does not have a mana value of 0. Stone Cold dead draw if there aren't creatures on the battlefield. True, actually. It's just a land that does not... I mean, you could play the land and blink it later, because it doesn't die on the battlefield, because it's still a land with no ability. You may have it enter the... You can play it for no reason. There could be creatures on the battlefield, and you just make it copy nothing. You're just setting it up for later. It's future-proofing when you need to cast land. That's possible, when the rules change. Just have to pay the 3? No. As far as I understand the rules, no. You just play it as a land. Lands don't have to be cast. Oh, it's more broken than I thought. Yeah, you don't pay. No, you don't pay. Direwolf with the 5. Thank you so much for recognizing my 5-0. Does it have landfall? Yes. Yeah, it does trigger landfall. I don't know why you'd want to use this card for the landfall. Okay, it danger. Get it out of here. Copy anything for 0 mana. It's the most powerful clone effect on the face of the earth. Oh, we got the Rat Alley. It's terrorizing a local game store. Oh my god. It's like everyone's playing Magic and then one person happens to be Yugi and all their cards come to life. I summon the Rat Alley! And then it comes out and just destroy their cards. Okay, white 3 generic sorcery. Destroy all players. Just what? Destroy all players until end of turn. It gains haste. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh no. It almost made sense. Destroy all players, including yourself. The game is a draw. We'll never know the purpose of the Rat Alley. It was so angry in its confusion, it destroyed itself, along with everyone with it. This is just wrong. Yeah, easy draw. This is like, oh my god, I can't win this game. But I know how I can't lose the game. We're gonna go for the Rat Alley. And then everyone, thank you very much. I saved us all from the big threat. Give me the Academy Award for the Rat Alley around here. I mean, the art is on point. It is. It will destroy everybody. Everybody at the table. Yeah, it's a group hug victory. We all win. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. We all win or we all lose. Destroy target player was meant to be actual, non-silver border effect. And it's real over here in the Rat Alley. Now, the problem with Rat Alley is, until end of turn, it gains haste. Well, that doesn't make much sense on a sorcery. You can activate only as a sorcery. I'm not activating. I'm casting this self as a damn sorcery. Make yourself indestructible. Maybe there will be another card today that actually combos with that. Yeah, maybe we can make ourselves indestructible. Rat Alley for the win. A destroyed player just loses this game. So if you have Platinum Angel, you can... Oh! That's true. There we go. You don't have to make yourself indestructible. Just make sure you go something like... Or even, what's it called? Angel's Grace. Angel's Grace into Rat Alley. Still on color. Anyway, this card doesn't work. Doesn't make sense. But you know what does make sense? Buying from FusionGamingOnline.com, my sponsor today. The same as every other day. But I love Fusion Gaming Online. Deal of the week this week, save 25% off all accessories, whether that be deck boxes, binders, sleeves, or more, dice or more. You can get at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to get your order your Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards. Fill up your decks. Get those new sweet cards for your Commander and Modern decks. In Pioneer, apparently Pioneer season is coming up. Go get them at FusionGamingOnline.com. You can support the channel when you're using coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Play test your deck before you're buying them in paper. You never know what's going to be the next best deck on the block, but if you play test on Magic Online, you'll know if those are the right cards for you. And then you buy them in paper. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_R4Z. All right, back to wild AI generated cards. We love wild AI generated cards, like Rat Alley. Very unhinged. When are they gonna find those caverns already? What caverns? It feels like AI got more doable. You must be behind on the show, because it actually looks like it's gotten less doable. The Mirror Research. For a black 2 generic instant, choose target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land. Okay, that's it. We just choose. I didn't know that that's all I had to do. Yeah, indicate. Look at me. Look at it. You just choose and you look at it. Just like you have to look at that gnome. I can't remember what that gnome was called. Anti-illusion tech. You target the illusion, they have to sacrifice itself. Choose target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land. I wonder if you could use this in response or in combination with another card that makes you choose something, but then you can replace one of the choices with one of these. Like maybe it makes you choose just artifact, but then you can respond with choosing creature, enchantment, or land. Like you can fuse the cards together. As specified, this card makes no sense. To the Urank with this thing. This is what Bobby Hill had to do when he was chosen as the Dalai Lama. I loosely remember that episode. Okay, we've got the Molta-Worm. What is it, a wiener dog? The Molta-Worm. It's like, it reminds me of Tarmogoyf. It's a 1/2 green, 1 generic. Friends! Oh, how pleasant and nice. They've come to be our friend today. Can't even It is our friend. Okay, what does that entail? You know, we have a lot of space left on this text box. You could have the AI might have wanted to explain what the hell friends do in this game. But I do have a 1/2 dog. Got us a flower. That they did. It's very cute. The most powerful force in the universe is friendship. So allow me to introduce you to my warmest friend, the Molta-Worm. It's a 1/2 creature. It may attack first small, but its heart is big. I collect it just for the art. That's right. This is one of those cards you just collect because you just want to own the damn thing. Okay, I think technically doable, except I don't know what friends does. Hopefully it's not broken. Could be an infinity wording of a companion. Oh, could be. Maybe you could have this in your companion zone. Well, what is a better companion than a Molta-Worm, all right? Your dog. Man's best friend. MTG players like, Judge, what are friends? Especially coming from the more spiky players. Who needs friends when you have tournament victories? We got the Gaff Sizer. It is a red-blue 2 generic 5/5 vehicle. Legendary enchantment artifact. Love it. It looks like a train that's going full speed ahead. Do I have a train sound effect? I don't. No, I got nothing. Okay, get out of its way, though. Okay, it's got crew 3. It's a 5/5. It also has an activated ability. So for red, green, 1 generic, discard a card. Put X +1/+1 counters on the Gaff Sizer, where X is the number of auras you control. Very weird card. That sucks. Okay, technically doable, though. Like, you can play this card. It's in the teamer colors, so you need to play a lot of auras. I don't even think auras stay on a vehicle. So you have to put the auras on a creature, then the creature, then you have to still crew the Gaff Sizer with the creature. Then you have to pay 3 mana, discard a card to buff it up. But at least you put counters on it, so it will be perpetually getting bigger and bigger. Oh, I mean, actually, hold on. You put you put X counters based on the number of auras you control right now. Yeah, auras, what do you mean usually fall off a vehicle? They just do fall off a vehicle unless it's enchant artifact. Yeah, teamer auras. Jesse's like, this thing is gorgeous. Yeah, great art. Not so. Imagine trying to play a draft with this card. It's like, okay, I got the Afri. Do you know what? Honestly, it's not that bad by itself. It's a 4 mana 5/5. You know, who cares about the last ability? It's a Juzam Djinn for crying out loud. They have play with curses. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Curses are auras. That's true. True story. Gen artifacts are good. You can activate at instant speed to hold up mana. That you can do as well. It's Hogwarts Express for aura hexproof. That it is. Doable. Very, very, very doable. Okay, we have the Carleog Sledge. This, like, fairy is so... It reminds me of a troll, actually. You know those trolls with those really long hair that you brushed as kids? Probably only speaking to, like, the boomers around here. The Carliod Sledge, a white 3 generic 2/2 flying fairy rogue. Doesn't even need to hold on to anything. They're like, look, mom, no hands. When Carliod Sledge enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue bird warrior creature token with horsemanship. There's about to create a 1/1 blue. What is the blue bird? I guess the blue bird is right there in the corner. You see that over there? Or maybe it's over here. Or maybe that's the bird. I don't know. Module remembers the trolls. So yeah, flying and horsemanship. So you have... And what's funny is the blue bird doesn't fly. Votes for deeply. And the Carliod Sledge votes for flying. Horsemanship when you are friends with a horse. Yeah, I know. Friends with a horse and doesn't fly with it. And the horse, for some reason, flies. Or maybe it's the fairy rogue that flies. Why is a bird riding a horse? No, this is not a bird. This is a fairy. It's a fairy rogue, damn it. Danger? I don't think so. This thing is very doable. There's actually nothing illegal about this card. It's just a weird card. And it's very crappy, in my opinion, for 4 mana. 4 mana 2/2 flyer. Comes with a 1/1. Just with a 1/1 creature. Yeah, the bird... It's not even a bird horde. Where are you getting the bird from? This is a fairy on top of this damn thing. The bird is off to the side. I have no idea where the bird is. Okay, moving on. Actually, do you know where the bird is? It's on the ground because we're in the sky. That's how it's working around here. Okay, the Unbear. What the hell is this? Unbear for Gwyn Badger? We got Fox and Badger combined together to make the Fox Beast. It is a 3/4. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Unbear for Gwyn Badger. All right, so it's like a Soul Sister-like card. You may cast Unbear for Gwyn Badger from your hand. You don't say! I had no idea I could do that. Well, now I know. The more you learn about Magic the Gathering, I could cast this creature from my hand. It's another card that's just telling me what I can technically legally do anyway. Literally just glued a fox head to a badger. Yeah, the AI is getting a little less creative, just like human beings. They assimilated all those images of human beings just putting like 2 animal parts together. They're like, well, if they can do that, I can do that too. Yeah, you may cast this from where spells are cast from. Congratulations. You may play by the rules as it were intended. Is there anything that this plays around? It's an unbearable card, am I right? Says Jeremy. Gets around that card that forbids you from casting from your hand. I don't... Oh, there might be some... Actually, okay, there are some cards that say you can't cast cards from your hand. But then this says you can't... So I guess, is it a timestamp thing? But I don't know why the timestamp to this would ever, like, override any other timestamp that's actually on the battlefield. This looks like my first Photoshop image. Yeah, we're all like that. Let me cut out this picture of a fox's head. Let me just transplant it to anything. Take the bears. Yeah. How much future sight will it take to see abominations like this in real life? I have no idea. Oh, by the way, it costs a white, blue, 2 generic to cast this thing. Weirdly doable. All right, weirdly doable. It is not illegal in any sense. Elvish Champion! It is already disqualified. There's a card called Elvish Champion. You can't take that name. Cheating, like copying names from cards that already exist, not allowed. Okay, it is a green 5 generic 5/5 spirit, not even an elf. I guess it's a dead elf. With Delve. All right, so it's actually castable from the graveyard. With flying. When Elvish Champion enters the battlefield, other creatures you control gain trample, and trample until end of turn. That's right. You don't know trample until you've seen the Elvish Champion. It's super trample. It'll get you 3 times. Trample, block. No, I trample over it again. And then I trample it again. Trample, trample, trample. It's a mouthful. I don't know why you want... I guess it's like a form of... I guess they thought like you could have first strike, double strike, triple strike. And they're like, well, we could have first trample, double trample, and then triple trample. This baby can fit so much trample in. You better believe it. Physically hit the opponent. Straight back to the Shadow Realm. Other than the name, it's not technically illegal. That is true, actually. Even though that it gave it trample 3 times, the next 2 are just redundant, technically. You can give a creature trample 3 times. It's just stupid. But we still disqualify it. It's a name. It's a doable. It's actually not that doable. Like, Wizards would not print the card like this. Ever. 2 mana 5/5 flyer that makes other tramplers seems great. Only until end of turn, though. Oh no, actually it gets trample permanently. Well, how's it work? Enters the battlefield, other creatures you can do trample. Oh, I guess it's just saying a bunch of other stuff until end of turn. So everything gets, enters the battlefield, other creatures gain trample, trample, and trample until end of turn. Gotcha. It's all until end of turn. Cards with the same name are just new errata, for example. Oh my god, instead of being disqualified? No, I don't think so. That's definitely not, it's not going to work around here. Okay, we got the Numble Prate Firers Boteries. I don't even know what's going on in this picture, to be honest. It's like, I think there's someone on a ship, but then the AI merged it with some guy, I don't know, trading stocks or something at a stock market. Anyway, it's a 1 red instant. Look at the top 6 cards of target opponent's library and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Well, okay, in that case, it looks like their cards are flying everywhere. Look at the top 6 cards of target opponent and put the rest on the bottom of your library. We're stealing their cards! That's illegal! But what do you mean put the rest? What does the rest mean? Were you just gonna take them all? Look at the top. Okay, I'll take all of these. Thank you very much. Shuffle them into my deck. When, okay, we got flavor text. When Antivation Fey their civilizations to it, curse this. Wander-witted booting, drive Vintarius. Heroes in passing twice those who's. That's right. The 50. Oh my. Oh! Oh, you could be right. Look at the top 6 cards of target opponent's library. Put the rest. So we literally steal their deck. Yeah, I'll take these. Thank you very much. The card is drunk. Take its keys. Yeah, they're not driving home by themselves around here. Yeah, wait, the rest. I thought I meant to... Usually when you look at the top 6 cards of the library, you pick one, put the rest somewhere else. Here, it did not specify you take anything from the top 6 cards. Swipe their deck! That's it! Your opponent plays the Numble Prate Firers Boteries. Your opponent will realize, why did I buy all those expensive cards? Why was I net decking? And then this is like a anti-net decker's dream. Just win the die roll and immediately play this card. Yeah, it's basically anti is back. What, like, post-board, do they still only have, like, 6 cards available? Okay, anyway, super disqualified. This is not doable, not passable. It's a solid mill card in some sense, yeah, sure. Plain vintage. Okay, you get to keep these 6 cards and get to know what they are. The rest of your library is now mine. Yeah, I know exactly what your deck is. The rest of your library... And also, you can put them back in any order. Like, you stack those last 6 cards. What a stupid wild card. Alright, we're gonna make sure we don't bring Anti back or anything that can swipe people's cards into our deck. Alright, we got... We got Hut Cropulate Geist. It is a red, black, 2 generic, 2/2. It's an avatar. It's a bit creepy. It's got tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the total mana value of cards in your graveyard. Very interesting. So that is probably broken. Maybe at 4 mana it's not. Yeah, it definitely Zybers. It might be the first Zyber card that we have all day. I mean, it's like super mana ramp, but you don't have access to this mana until like the very next turn. So you have to play this thing out for like 4 mana. As a 4-drop, it's still like slightly clunky. Like it's the greatest mana dork of all time. But you still have to wait, just like all other mana dorks. Your opponents have great opportunity to kill it. Yeah, turn 5. Well, probably realistically turn 4. I mean, you're probably gonna have some mana ramp, like some sort of mana rock. Turn 2, turn 3, play out your the Cropulate Geist. And also, yeah, if you don't have a graveyard, then it's completely useless. Oh, your bread has gotten more moldy, I've seen. The avatar has changed. Dies to rest in peace. You can also bolt the Geist. It's legendary, so you can make it your commander. How's it broken in commander? What, no one's gonna do anything to this thing? It is true, like it'll keep coming back, I guess. Dormouse Crypt says no. Oh, that's an awkward way to play against this. And you have to play against you have to play a bunch of cards that dump cards into your graveyard. And why is a graveyard deck trying to cast cards from your hand? I think this is weirdly balanced. I think it's Zybers. I think this is a cool card. Yeah, does not feel that broken. Tap untap combos can also create infinite mana at turn 5. Exactly. I think also the whole concept of dumping cards in your graveyard and also casting cards from your hand with mana don't work with each other. So if you can make it work somehow, all the best to you. It's a walking contradiction, in my opinion. We got Bati, the Unsay. It is a blue 4 generic Sagaj. It's 4 loyalty. When Bati dies, destroy each creature. Wild! Alright, you take me down, I'm taking everything with you. Also, -1, draw 2 cards. That's broken. It is 5 mana, but still, like, 5 mana replace itself big time. And also, like, okay, so you're, like, also threatening to draw way more cards. Hey, draw 2 cards this turn, draw 2 cards next turn, draw 2 cards the following turn after that. And if you kill it, you got 2 cards, so you're already up on cards. You replaced the Bati, plus you got an extra one. And you blew everything up. 5 mana, though. I think even at 5 mana, this is strong. I think this is very, very strong. You could easily get this thing out on turn 3 or even turn 2 with, like, Mana Vault or something. Planeswalkers whose spark is so unstable it explodes when they die. It's actually very interesting from a flavor perspective. They destroyed themselves under the weight of their own power. Pithing Needle kills it. No, it doesn't kill it. We'll stop it, though. But they still draw 2 cards. Like, you can't interact with the fact that, well, I mean, unless you Pithing Needle in advance. Pithing Needle Blind. I name Bati, the Unsay, before you unsay my board. You can use Clock Spinning and, like, add more loyalty to it, but that's an old card. You don't even need to do squat, all right? -1, draw 2 cards. That's broken as hell. That is a lot of cards. You show me a Planeswalker that lets you draw 2 cards clean for nothing. Yeah, you can use Proliferate to buff it up. Honestly, it's gonna die. Like, you might get 2 activations out of it, and that's it. Oh, you know what? If it's on 1 loyalty, you can also just, like, -1, let it die, and then destroy everything. But true Planeswalkers don't die. Oh, is that right? I guess technically they don't die. We have to turn it into a creature. Card, quite clever. Either your opponent has creatures and they die when they attack, Bati, or they don't have creatures and you drop to 8 cards. I think we understand what it means, though. When it leaves the battlefield, it's going to destroy all the creatures as well. Planeswalkers don't die with it. You know what? I don't know the true wording, but we know what it's trying to mean. I think this is just too strong. I think it danger. It's like one of those cards. I mean, it's not the most dangerous of all it danger cards that we've seen on this show. But let's be serious. If they printed this, it would be insane. It would just be insane. It would be a control player's wet dream. Or any blue player for that reason. Or I mean, maybe not any blue, but I don't want to lose my merfolk creatures. Okay, we got Capic. The hell is this? Capic Confluence. It is a hybrid, 2 generic aura, enchant creature. As long as enchant creature is blue, it gets +1/+1 as flying. Votes for flying. And also, tap, add 1 mana of any color, then create a 3/3 colorless Gryph Thar Ouch creature token. This is the first time I've ever seen an aura actually be worth it. Most auras just stone cold suck. This one actually replaces itself for once. Whenever the enchanted creature deals damage, exile that creature. That's terrible. Why would I want to do that? All of a sudden, why would I? Okay, so what? At this point, I'm not even going to deal damage to anybody. I'm just a token factory. I'm just going to keep making Griff, Thar, Ouch creature tokens. Erich likes this one. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, exile. Does it deal any damage by itself? Enchanted creature is blue. As long as enchanted creature is blue, which it better be, it gains +1. It gets +1/+1, so it gets buffed, has flying. And it's a mana ramper. Like, this is pretty great. It adds mana, creates creatures at the same time, still has the liability of getting blown out by a removal spell. The image is creepy. Oh, I've seen many a creepy image on this show, that's for sure. Yeah, the last swing can attack. Who cares if it gets exiled when your opponent is dead? Death of opponent basically supersedes the exiling of this creature. You can destroy non-blue creatures with it. How does that work? As long as the enchanted creature is blue, it gains. Oh, you can put this on any creature, but if you, yeah, that's actually a very interesting angle. You could put it on a non-blue creature, and then it wouldn't gain those abilities, and then whenever it deals damage to you, it dies. So it's effectively almost like a removal spell. That's a really cool angle too. I like that. All right, this card is very doable. Also very. Oh yeah, there are some infinite mana combos. I guess this plus what? Intruder Alarm. Intruder Alarm. You tap it, make a token. Intruder Alarm says a creature comes into play. Untap all creatures, and you have infinite creatures with Intruder Alarm. That works. Yeah, very interesting card design. It passes. Very interesting card. And honestly, I think auras should be pushed in this direction. Auras suck. Like, let's just get... Auras are just like the worst card type in all of Magic the Gathering. They haven't even come close to trying to push those cards. Conda's Cares. What the hell is this? Where did that come from? Care Bears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, next we got Geon Scholar's Mace. Reminds me of Sauron. And we got the Care Bears. We have a black, blue, 2 generic, 3, 4 Helion Perforuner. It's a double strike creature with black, blue, 2 generic. Create a 1/1 elemental creature token named Conda's Cares. There we go. That's it. It's literally a 1/1. All those little guys, all the little bears, combined to make up an elemental 1/1 creature. And they'll kill you with kindness. We brought cookies. It's tea time. I've never watched the Care Bears, so I have no idea what they did. Okay, anyway, you get the Care Bears. Search your library for any number of Planeswalker cards and put them on the battlefield! What the hell happened here in the end? It's danger! Oh my god, it's supremely danger. It looked fine up until a certain point. It's like when you see the Care Bears, now you are very, very scared, because with the Care Bears, they bring their friends. The Planeswalkers. They're from the Super Friends deck. That's actually really flavorful. It's very, very flavorful in that way. Yeah, Super Friends. The most friendliest of friend cards. Monica's like, it's balanced. Cousin Fuzz with a bite. Is that Gandalf in behind the Care Bears? I think it's Sauron. I think it's more Sauron, because Sauron had that kind of mace, in my opinion. Sauron summons the most dangerous creature of all the most dangerous elemental of all elementals, the Conda's Cares. But when you hear the music of the Conda's Cares, that intro music, you know there's going to be a danger. No, the wizard in the line of the bears. Oh yeah, this could be Gandalf, amongst other things. But Gandalf's not a planeswalker, he's only a creature. Expensive as hell? Not really. It's just double Dimir. Anyway, yeah, no way in hell this is playable. All of the... I wonder, if they made this in Modern, would this be playable? You get it for 1 turn. If you play this and they don't kill it, you dead. Like, you get all of your planeswalkers on the battlefield. Gandalf is a god. The One Ring, secret power to hug people to death. Anyway, yeah. Okay, it's broken. Moving on. Thriving Passage. It's a red, 3 generic, 2/4 bird. Any player may activate abilities of creatures. Cool! That's Zybers. Now, that's a card that they actually should print. Yeah, any player may activate abilities of creatures. So I can activate your creature abilities, and you can activate mine in some weird way. So make sure you only have abilities that are not going to be detrimental to you. Because if you have like some creature that's like get +1, -1, then all of a sudden I can activate it till it dies. It's a very, very Zybery card. Very goofy card, I have to admit. It's completely unplayable at a competitive point of view. Or I guess you could also activate... Oh, no, you can't activate Planeswalkers. They should make another version of this, but for Planeswalkers. Screw over their Planeswalkers with -1s when they don't want it. Tap your opponent's creatures. Turn their lands into creatures and then tap them for not... There we go! You got it. You could do that. Perfect for commander decks. They're just waiting for the Thriving Passage to get printed. The most goofiest of all goofy cards. And I guess you can have an advantage over your opponents by just not playing with any creatures with activated abilities. Use their Kiki Jiki. I don't know how you use it to their detriment, but yes. This would be fun in commanders activating each other. Okay, whoa, how does this work? Someone just said, okay, use their Kiki Jiki, but who gets priority? Okay, I guess everyone gets yeah, if it's your turn, you get priority to do something. Okay, the rules of Magic still apply. So if you have priority, you can do anything on the board, but then this moment you do anything, and then... Oh no, wait a minute! The way this works is... Because you don't... Okay, the way the rules of Magic work... is you do not pass priority until you're done passing priority. You can hold priority. What you can do is just basically say, the moment you have priority, you're like, okay, I'm not passing priority. I'm using everything. I'm tapping as much crap as possible. Yeah, Coco Mix has got the idea. I will activate as much as possible. Mind you, I think if anything costs mana, you'd have to pay mana from your own mana sources. So you just can't, like, go completely hog wild. Sure would be a shame to activate that Grizzlebrand. Yeah, exactly! But what does that mean? Does that mean you get the cards, or did they get the cards? You may activate... I'm sort of assuming you draw the cards. Oh, that's so cool. That's such a cool idea. Do we draw the cards off of Grizzlebrand? Okay, well, hold on. We're not done, actually. We got a few super chats. Okay, so for each super chat we'll look at one more card. So we got one from Zalathur, who did a super sticker. Thank you very much for the super sticker. I think this card is cool. I think you all can agree with that. Okay, the Hand of Conroys. It is a black 1 generic 1/2 elemental shaman. Choose target permanent. It's like, and it's pointing to it. Can I cosplay this for a second? You are getting chosen. The choice is yours. Because you chose it. Yeah, look at it. It's another one of those look at cards. Some people just want to be looked at. They want to feel appreciated. Sure, I guess it's doable. You chose it. It has no consequences, though. Next super chat we got from the Blue Bomber. It is just float all mana to Fairy Protection the Rat. Oh god. I guess that's possible. Okay, next up. Because of that super chat, we will look at the Diviner Mage. It's a blue 4 generic 3/4 spider. Well, that is the weirdest spider I've ever seen. Last I heard, spiders have 8 arms. This is just a Bigfoot. Flying. That's a bit of a stretch, even in the art. Actually, this guy's missing a leg. And is this like Jack Sparrow? It looks like Jack Sparrow, the one-legged Jack Sparrow. Your opponents can't hear land or gains. Giants? That was gains. Your opponents can't hear land or giants. That makes no sense. But we got flavor text, people. Buckle in for this story time. This word of wisdom. The blood fegal rid Menal WWO offered. They spround your paradise. Leviol would have harder. I hope you got some good wisdom out of that. Well spoken, the Diviner Mage. Get out of here. Next super chat coming from none other than Platonic Liquid. I was wrong. Apparently, planeswalkers do die. Excellent. Thank you for letting us know. So that weird planeswalker actually works. Stupid planeswalkers that actually work. It makes sense that planeswalkers would die anyway. Where else would they go? I mean, they're technically some sort of living being of some sort. Okay, we got the Provine of Land Street. Very weird elf warrior for 7 mana. It's a 6/6 with menace with Devour 5. What the hell is it? At the beginning, as this enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters the battlefield with 5 times that many +1/+1 counters on it. It also has the blue 1 generic. Exile Provine of Land Street from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. This is weirdly doable. This is 100% playable. It's not a bad card either. It's like a 7 mana 6/6 that needs to be blocked by 2 creatures. It's got a weird... The Devour I don't think is even necessary, but whatever, give it to it. And then when it dies, randomly has a blue ability. So it can be put straight into those blue decks, and it works. The MTG version of Wolf of Wall Street? I guess it's possible. What is he holding in his hand? I have no idea. I don't even think it's dangerous. I think it's just straight up doable. Okay, let's move on with, we got J-Hogo with a super chat. No AI, just a question at the end here. Did you ever try River Herald Scout as a replacement for Silver Gill Adapt? Nope. I did not try River Herald Scout. But and also, I think that is a... Well, is that the 1/2? Yeah, I think that's the 1/2. And I believe that's the 1/2 that explores. Not good enough, even in the slightest. But it's a super chat, which means we look at another card. We got the Liga Briamut's Nulity. It is a red 1 generic 1/4 dwarf artificer with menace. That's right. Good luck blocking my 1/4 creature. Tap, target creature loses haste until end of turn. Interesting ability. It's an anti-haste card, and that's actually fresh design space that Wizards of the Coast I don't think has ever touched. Membi to Soltergara's Twilight, Inatha Knecht of their mounted true fires, Bonticle's Edgewall, to Hip Thrills Zon Fell, General Stooding at last. You know, I don't mind the text. I mean, I wish the flavor text was a little bit more intelligible. There is a point where it's like, this is just a bunch of crap. This chaos ensued really hard. It's like a custom officer who's like, not so fast around here. We'll have to check your cargo first. Where's your papers? Where's your identification? At least it's less situational that loses protection from black. True story. Yeah, sneak attack. There's a ton of cards out there that have haste. So the only thing it won't interact with well is if the creature has haste and an activated ability, because they'll just activate the ability in response. But outside of that, they ain't attacking. Yeah, anti-ginger brute tech. Anti-ginger brute. Or does it? No, I think you pay to give it haste. Do you pay to give it haste? Or no, you pay so that it can't be blocked except by creatures with haste. That's what it is. If it has haste. If it had haste, it would be great. No, everyone's got to play down to their level. It got to be nice and slow. Slow around here. Okay, next super chat we got from Platonic Liquid. There are only 6 cards that care about planeswalkers dying. Interesting. And with that, those words of wisdom, we're going to move on to the Memory Protector. Protect my memory, because my memory's terrible. We have a white 2 generic 4/2 angel with flying. Whenever Memory Protector attacks, create a token that's a copy of Memory Protector. Holy crap! This is going to multiply faster than rabbits. So you attack the Memory Protector, and then next turn you attack with both of them, and you get to double them. Next turn you double them again. And on top of that, if you play this in combination with a card that lets you take extra attacks, this is wild! It can get out of hand fast, but only 1 turn at a time. But make sure when you kill the Memory Protector, it's like They're like cockroaches. You gotta kill them all. If you don't kill them all, they're gonna keep coming back. Yeah, it's much better than Mirror Image. Yeah, add common. This has got to be a wild card to play against in draft. So you have to kill every one of those angels. The sweepers will still work. It is a weird card. It's just a 4/2 flyer. Like, a lot of things will kill it. So just make sure you kill him dead. I actually think this is weirdly doable. I don't think it's broken. Like, it might. It might be one of those things, like, if you don't have removal, well, this card gets out of control, like, super fast, and it's in the air, so, like, you may not even be able to block the damn thing. Oh, and it copies upon attack, so, like, it's a complete free roll. Okay, maybe this is broken. This might be a little too broken. Just, like, declare attacks, attack, get a token. Okay, you block this thing, who cares? I got another one next turn. They constantly, it's very strong, but it's actually doable. Oh, we have flavor text. Ignatians are such the Pataic apples to the victory. The strength is as trying up in best word. You got it. All right, we got some random dude with, can you do Vengeful Vigilant? No. I can't look up any cards. We don't do it. I'm sorry about that. But I'll tell you what we can do. We can extend the show for one more card. This isn't Reddit. Okay, we're gonna look at Cravate. It is a black sorcery. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in their hand, and you lose the game. What? Target opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in their hand, and I lose the game? What kind of trade-off is that? That's a terrible trade-off. This is the worst deal of all deals in Magic the Gathering. What? I guess what you want to do is copy this maybe with Hive Mind. So you Cravate, everyone else gets copies of Cravate, and then everyone else's thing resolves first and they all die. I think that's the only way you can make this work. Platinum Angel combo piece. What, you're putting so much. Well, yeah, you play Cravate, you play Platinum Angel, followed up with Cravate. Like, they don't die. Like, you're just trying to make them lose life equal to the number of the cards in their hand. Like, how much life is that even going to be? In response, they kill your Platinum Angel. You look really stupid. Yeah, the copies go off first. So if you do copy this thing, it does work with Hive Mind. So it has some uses. Some people already thinking up, like, how can I win with this Cravate? It's supposed to kill me, but maybe I can get it to kill them. They'll think I'm trying to commit seppuku, but really, it's going to be their demise. Not then you lose the game, and you lose the game. So even if the opponent goes to 0, you still lose with them. No, but the point is, well, if you have Platinum Angel, you can't lose the game. It's as simple as that. Also, if you play Hive Mind, cast this, everyone else gets copies. Their copies resolve one at a time, and they lose the game. There's a bunch of you can't lose the game effects in black. Oh, are there? Some people might know if they play, what's it called? The, damn it, what's that commander? Or not commander, the black creature. Attack, hit them, they die, but you don't want to cheat the thing and play or you lose the game. I love that you lose the game makes people more interested in a card. Yeah, I know. It's like this card on the surface, it should be stone cold crap, but all of a sudden, maybe this can work. Maybe we can, there's some potential here. Let's not so fast. Let's not discard this so quickly. Okay, we got the Waking Dead. Is this a worse One with Death? I don't know what One with Death is, to be honest. But with that super chat, we'll look at the Saltwater Juggernaut. It is a 2-mana artifact. It's not even a creature. Pay 2, tap, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. This is a cool card. Why hasn't Wizards printed something like this? Like something that is just a perpetual mana generator. This looks like exactly what Commander wants, right? Like, who wouldn't want a 2-mana card that perpetually finds a basic land card? And it comes to the battlefield tapped anyway. Some people find it cute as well. Very, very doable, in my opinion. I don't think this is busted in the slightest. Oh, they have this type of effect? It's like a crabby shark. Yeah, it is. It's a crab, shark, and lobster, and a spiny all combined into one. It would be broken? I don't think so. Because it automatically slots in any non-green deck. It automatically slots in any deck, technically. But you could say that about any mana ring. You could say you could say that about Soul Ring, for crying out loud. This card is more fair than Soul Ring, all right? You ain't winning the game. In my opinion, if you're not winning the game by turn 4, the card is total fair play, in my opinion. It's Zybers. It's a cool Zyberish card. We got another super chat from Kettle. Thanks so much for your contribution here. I demand more Akai cards, and demand you shall get. You demand... They say if you ask, you shall receive. If you demand, you will get anyway. Okay, Mana Minori. It's a green 3 generic instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. It also, however... Come on, don't throw this away as a bad force spike. It's got Gribble 5. Gribble 5, as everyone knows. Actually, nobody knows. I think that's the problem with Gribble 5. We have no idea how good that is. Good or bad. Makes no damn sense. But it's going to get you for 5, that's for sure. On top of that, you might also counter that spell if they tap out. This would be the worst feel-bad card in the world. If I tap out, my opponent sinks 4 mana into a force spike spell. Like, get out of here. It's like, oh my god. You got me with the Mana Minori. I was fooled by the oldest trick in the book. But I don't know how good Gribble of 5 is, so, disqualified. Got Zarathar here with, imagine looking at one more card just now. You know what? We can imagine that one card. We got the Loathclave. It is a 3-mana equipment. Enters the battlefield tapped. This is an equipment that's not really going to get equipped to any creature. Tap, add a red. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into your library. That's stealing. That'll get you disqualified around here. And we got a red mana on top of that. They shuffle their hand and graveyard. So, but we protected... Sorry, we got more show to go. Yeah, like, they still have their library, though. We got our library, they have their library. But it's like, everyone discards their hand. And we didn't even draw any cards off of this, which is the weird thing. We don't draw any cards. Imagine you have, like, a mishmash of everyone else's sleeves in your deck. That would be just so bizarre. King Cheer's like, please give me this card. This is everything I need. This one the red one breaks it. Yeah, that red piece of mana on there, that's broken. You can't have that. Shuffling their hand and graveyard into your library, that's fine, but it went over top with the red. It does enter the battlefield tap, so you can't even activate the ability until next turn. Yeah, it's just a tap ability, which is crazy. Okay, this, it's completely busted. Actually, it's also completely illegal. Very, very illegal. All right, Waking Dead wants to extend the show a little bit more. You got it. And one more card. The Campus Cell. What the hell? It's like a bird cage. It's a black 4 generic legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player who phase out. Oh, we're phasing people out now, are we? How did they even get there? You may play up to 3 cards from their graveyard. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, each opponent mills 3 cards, and each player loses the game. What? So, like, no matter what happens, we all... Hold on. Does the person who phase out lose the game? Because they're not there. You hear me out? Does anyone get my drift? Player who... At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player who phases out. That could be you! You may play up to 3 cards, but that doesn't matter. Then you flip a coin, and if you win the flip... Can you flip the coin if you're there? Or if you are not there, then each player mills 3 cards, then each player loses the game. But I think whoever is phased out can't actually lose. Yeah, you just choose yourself. But are they phased out, so how can you play cards from the graveyard? Well, you just don't use that ability. Frankly, all of this is redundant, because everyone's going to lose the game after that. Because they didn't lose 20 life. And I guess that's the point of the Campus Cell. Whoever got celled out didn't get obliterated. In fact, it wasn't the cage, it was for their protection. They weren't caged up. They were protecting themselves from the outside world. Genius. Anyway, this card is... forget it. Never. It would never happen. It's balanced. If you phase out, you can't flip the coin. You have to wait till the upkeep to choose the player, so you can't phase properly. Maybe that's true. I don't think you can activate the second part if you're phase out. That's, you know, that's the conundrum that I can't get around. But either way, we know this card is BS. All right, we got another super chat coming from the wonderful Platonic Liquid. If there are more good cards, I will help extend. Every card is a good card. We got the Spell Helion. It is a green 1 generic instant. It's got, what, have an elemental? Spell Helion deals 4 damage to each attacking creature. Have an elemental on me. It's on the house. Okay, I don't know what the hell have an elemental means. Spell Helion deals 4 damage to each attacking creature. That's fine. That's an insane, like, combat trick. 2 mana. It's basically a wrath effect. In green, that doesn't hit your stuff. On defense. It probably is broken, to be honest. It's probably quite a broken card. But the art is good. Isn't that? That is true. Have an elemental in these trying times. It's dangerous to go alone. Take an elemental with you. Oh yeah, that's true. It's a green cell. It's basically green cell the wreckage. For a lot less. It's so hard to play around. Like, honestly, like, every tempo deck would play this card. And they'd get away with it, too. I don't think I skipped any super chats. There's still super chats to go around. Or whose super chat did I miss? If I missed anybody's super chat. Okay. This card is actually just probably busted. Have an elemental doesn't make any sense, but like it's still a little bit too broken. So we're not doable. Not doable. Are you talking about your super chat? Don't worry, I didn't miss your super chat. You were just in queue. Waking Dead, possibly the longest show to date. No, I've had shows that went to like 1 hour 40 seconds. It's usually those custom card shows or the combo shows. Those are long. Oh, the combo shows. Those are long ones. Bloodthorn Thopter. We got black. 5 generic 9/9 Time Lord Doctor. Spend only mana produced by your opponent. How? Hey, can you spare me some mana around here? I need it. What do you need that mana for? Oh, you'll see. Okay, if you would lose the game, instead search your library for a card to put that card into your hand, then shuffle. What? That makes you invincible. So instead of dying at 0 life, I don't lose. I can be at 0 life. I can be at negative life, it seems. And instead, I could search my library for a card. It's a tutor. This is actually insane. But on the other hand, you can't spend only mana produced by your opponents. I am not allowed to spend mana of my own. So it has 2 downsides. First off, it's incredibly difficult to cast. It's really expensive. And I can't use my own mana anymore somehow. Yeah, it's the TARDIS Copter. Does that exist in Doctor Who? The helicopter Doctor Who phone booth? Yeah, it looks like it's a phone booth now, but it's taking flight. It's the Doctor Copter. Get to the hospital. At 0 HP, it triggers for forever. I don't know. I think it would just trigger every single time. Maybe it triggers once and then ignores it after that. I have no damn clue. State-based actions make it so that you never stop searching. That's probably true. Anyway. A very cool, interesting designed card, though. I like the idea. Spend only mana produced by your opponent. So I can now use my opponent's mana for, like, for some stupid reason. Get it out of here! Okay, we got Kettle. Kettle is like, give me a nut, we'll get another one. You guys haven't had enough AI-generated cards. Give me another one. We got the Thieves' Word. It's a land. Tap to add a green for each non-land, non-creature permanent target player controls. That sounds broken. So it's basically, we had a green for, like, if you have a bunch of treasures, artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers, I add green mana. But I do have to target only one person. So it's like, you thought you had all those treasure tokens? No. Your treasures work for me, buddy. And this is a mana ability. So, like, you don't even get priority to sack your treasure tokens. I can just play Thieves' Word, tap it immediately. get all the mana, so you can't even interact with it. That actually sounds really fair. Yeah, it's Guy's Cradle 2.0. And also, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you may pay 2. If you do, which should be easy, we have all the mana in the world. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you can pay 2. If you do, you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost until its turn. Okay, it's broken. Oh, damn it. It should have just stopped on the first ability. If only it stopped. Slow down, AI. All right, we like the creativity, but you went a little too far. So all I have to do is pay 1 enchantment, pay an extra 2 tax on top of that, and then I can just blurt out my hand. It's Hypergenesis for me. It is my lucky day. Yeah, I worked extra hard on that card. Like, yes. I think you missed 2 super chats. Will Weaver RVA for sure. Oh no, I got the Merfolk one. Did I miss a Will Weaver one? We're going through. Got this one. I'll quickly take a little bit of a look-see. I'm pretty sure I got this one. Okay, let's say I didn't get that one. We'll do it again anyway. Everyone on the replay, you let me know. Did we get the Will Weaver super chat? Did we miss it? Did we? Don't know what that. Yeah, you did. I got it or I missed it. So it could be anything. Oh, we got the Saya Sentinel. It is a blue 3 generic. It is a 2/2 dog. A new presidential candidate has entered the race. It is dog. It's called Spoot. Flying. When Sentinel enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player votes for Sprout. We've got a new presidential candidate. Probably will give friendship to everybody. Yeah. These are one of those candidates like they can't lose. All of a sudden, Deeply and Flying are looking and like, okay, we're all screwed here. Like, how do we compete with that? It doesn't even matter what their policies are. Everyone's gonna vote for the Sprout, of course. Like, it's impossible. You know, looking good is one very strong feature of winning an election, and Saya Sentinel has got it in the bag. They've got the looks, they've got the charisma, the charm. It's like socialism. You can only vote for one person. No, in AI democracy, there's several people. Some people force you to vote for them. If it had Flash, it'd be anti-voting tech. Yes. In response, I have the Sentinel. Starting with you, each player votes for Sprout. It doesn't give players any... Oh, yeah, okay, now I get it. The social... You have to vote for Sprout. You have no choice. But would you really want to vote for anybody else? Who said third parties were inviolable? Yeah, the third party has entered the race. Flying forces voting forever. Deeply has one card that forces voting once. And then the Saya Sentinel makes sure when it enters the battlefield starting with you, each player has to vote for Sprout. Because who wouldn't want to vote against the Sprout? And with that, it's a great way to end the show. On the Sprout! What a fantastic card. And of course, if you want to be part of Coffee and MTG, you gotta be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel. If you're a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, or you super chat to contribute to the show or to extend the AI shows, thank you so much. But we also have to thank everyone who shows up in the morning for these shows, like Car Club Leader. We have Will Weaver. We got Man as Dinglebag, Vladimir, Old Boy, Toads, Rainer, Raya, The Jaded, Slack, Demon Water, Will Weaver, Platonic Liquid, Bread, Jess. We also have Steve Cooper, Jacob Thune, of course, Fluffle Waffle, Oro, Damien, Walking Dead, Majra, Nolan, Matthias, Neves. Because you guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.